Hi, my name is Liam Madden. I am a Marine Corps veteran who became the leader of the nation's largest anti war organization of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. I have also won awards for both human rights as well as entrepreneurship from institutions as esteemed as MIT and the Institute for Policy Studies. I am a candidate for Vermont's representative to Congress, and I want to be extremely upfront about an important fact about my candidacy. I'm not a Republican, and I am running in the Republican primary. And if I could run in both parties' primaries, I would, because I believe an independent should make equal effort to appeal to both sides and to listen to both sides. But I can't run in both parties' primaries, they won't allow that. So I want to explain to you why I'm choosing the Republican primary and why I am the best choice to represent you. And again, to be 100% upfront, a big reason is because I care about winning. And I know it is the best path to the general election for me, and in the general election, I need Republican votes to win. But winning is not the only reason I feel at home in a Republican primary. So let me tell you about some of the values I see in Republicans that I consider shared values. Republicans believe in representation, and Republicans in Vermont know that a lack of representation in the two-party system is a real thing, and that they would benefit from the reform to that system that is central to my candidacy. Two, Republicans respect courage and integrity. And as someone who has risked his life both for this country and to stand up against our government, I believe I embody both. Next, Republicans have been stronger lately on free speech. And that's a value I hold as sacred, and I will pay any cost for. I share the conservative value of personal responsibility as an essential element to a healthy society. Next, Republicans honor the Constitution and the Second Amendment, and so do I. Republicans do not demonize police, and they do prioritize public safety, and so do I. Republicans reject the gender and race fundamentalism that projects that white people are all inherently racist or white supremacist, and so do I. Republicans care about election integrity, and so do I, and Republicans acknowledge that Joe Biden is compromised by his son's so-called business dealings with Chinese and Ukrainian state institutions. Republicans are energy literate, and they tend to support nuclear energy as a central energy source for our future. And so do I. Republicans believe in strong borders, and so do I. And lastly, Republicans love small businesses. And I've owned small businesses. I was raised by small business owners, and I consider small businesses not only the lifeblood of our economy, but also the heart of our communities. So those are some of the shared values from my perspective, but the real reason I'm a candidate, and the thing I want to contribute to our lives the most, is a government that actually works. And I believe the two-party system is a broken system. It doesn't represent us, it drives us apart, it's controlled by elites, and it's not solving our shared problems. Republicans in Vermont know better than anybody how this system fails to represent an important perspective, many important perspectives. And what I propose to fix that, first and foremost, is to not play into it and be someone who is more loyal to a party agenda than I am loyal to the people who elected me. But more importantly, more concretely, I propose to fix that by creating ways to bypass politicians who aren't listening to us. And this is not magical thinking. Over half the states already have ways to create, for the citizens to create policy and to remove bad policies. And we need to give this power to the citizens on a federal level, because the system will not be fixed until the citizens fix it. To quote Thomas Jefferson, there is no safe depository for the ultimate power of society other than the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their power wisely, the remedy is not to take their power from them, but to help them be wise through education. That is the path I am proposing, to simultaneously return more power to the people while also investing in the education needed to ensure we use our power both wisely and compassionately. And the only alternative I'm hearing from other candidates is the definition of insanity. It's to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. Just change the players and change the players and change the players, but don't change the rules of the game. If you judge your vote on any one thing, please let it be the fact that even where we might differ on opinion on some issue, that my purpose for being in government is to return to you the power to have a voice in government without that voice being bottlenecked through me or my competitors like Anya Tino or Erica Reddick or anybody who's holding political office. So knowing that we share many values and probably more values than any of those Democratic candidates, I ask you to vote recognizing that I am the best hope of beating those Democrats. I am the most electable, precisely because I do share some values with progressive people. Anya and Erica, the Republican candidates, are both intelligent and honorable, excellent candidates, but they are pro-life conservatives, and this state does not elect pro-life conservatives to office statewide. Anya and Erica will not get a meaningful number of votes from Democrats, and they'll get few independents who make all the difference in this state. And on the other hand, I can beat the Democrats because enough Democrats and certainly enough independents will vote for me. And if you vote for me, I will win. And when I win, my mission, my purpose is to liberate us from this broken, corrupt, and failed system of two-party control and to take the power and the responsibility that must go along with that power for the citizens to self-govern. So whatever your concern for our future, for this country, ask, are you willing to recognize that more of the same strategy is not going to fix it? Are you willing to recognize that a new level of responsibility is needed among us? And voting for me is voting for having power and having responsibility. And I'm asking that you vote responsibly and vote strategically and vote believing that we create the wisdom and the love that we need to use our power to uphold the freedom and well-being of the people of Vermont and all of our fellow Americans. So elect me, and that is what I will help us achieve. Thank you.